Okay, I'm going to do a test on the Traxxas Alias. I have installed the WL Toys V959 motors. I have about 10 flights in this already. I just wanted to do this for demonstration purposes only, but these are great motors, very comparable to the Alias, but they don't fail. As far as what I'm going to do is do the temperature. And you can see the temperature right now outside is 65 degrees, and I'm going to hit the motors. They're sitting at 85. I just pulled this out of the garage. There you go, 68 degrees. Must be hitting my hand. About 68 degrees. So what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna start this thing up, and we're gonna fly, and we're gonna do a time test on it. And as soon as I start it, I'll start the clock, stopwatch. Alright, we're started. Now, as far as the Alias motors, you know, a lot of people are having quite a bit of failures with them. So I decided to go with the WL Toy V959 motors. Quite a few people have already tested these out and had great success with them. And also, Micro Motor Warehouse is making a coreless motor for this. It's still in the making. I tested out the first batch, and it just needed some tweaking. It was taken off at the time of the flight, but other than that, that was it. But it gave it plenty of power. So as far as them working on that, they're starting on it now, and they should have them out real soon. So these Alias motor problems will be a thing of the past, thank God. But this thing is flying very well. I'm getting great flight time. Before, with Alias motors, I was getting about a good 6 minutes of hard flying with it. So 6 minutes isn't bad. But as soon as I put these V959 motors in it, I increased to 8 minutes plus, which is awesome. Who doesn't like more fly time? And but these motors seem to handle it very well. Flips, you name it. Still does it all. That's a cool shot, getting the moon. I'm in my brother's backyard right now. There's no really street lights around. I figured you could see this a hell of a lot better. But I don't even know what mode I'm in. That was 2. Now, another cool thing you can do, I'm doing a pirouette here. Did it by mistake. And a lens soon. There you go. Now, if you take it and put it in mode 3, now, right now it's at free range. There's no accelerometers to actually keep it in check. But if you hold down the left trigger button, it'll take it out of it and put it into mode 2, but your finger has to stay on it. See, right now I got my finger on it, so what I'll do is I'm gonna give it right stick, and she'll start flipping like crazy. Now I can get out of it by pressing L2, and it puts it right into second mode. So let me get this thing orientated, get it out of 3, go into 2, and bring her back home. Gets out of your way going in mode 3. But there she is. But other than that, it's a pretty cool little trick. I call it like a get out of jail free card button, because that thing, I tell you, If you get in trouble and you're in mode 3, just hit that left trigger button and hold it in, and it'll, like I said, it'll put it in mode 2 until you release it and it goes back into mode 3. So, bailout button, I would call it. But you can see this thing is handling very well. I switched the lights out. Bought a blue body. Put the blue in the rear. And I've had some red ones from when it was red when I purchased it. See if I can get it stuck in a tree. You do some stupid shit. I did have a little rubber boot that went over that blue light in the back. That thing can really blind you when that thing hits you straight on. I don't know where it went. Let's go to my neighbor's house. Speed pass. I'm very satisfied now. Performance hasn't changed, like I said. Still flies the same. I just don't know why Traxxas doesn't do a recall on them motors. They're making a killing selling them things. $36.99 for 4 motors. These motors here, though, the V959 motors, they don't come with connectors. That's the only drawback. They do come with the pinion. The pinion is a perfect marriage to the spur gear. I think the spur is what, 78 or something like that on this. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on it. But the pinion gear that comes on the motor is a perfect marriage. So, that being said, you'll have to save your old Traxxas motors, and you're probably going to have to cut off from the connector maybe about 2 inches back. Well, you'll see. Just try to make them the same length as the Traxxas leads. And cut them off, and light little solder, some shrink tubing, and you're good to go. You might not even need the shrink tubing or anything because the wires lay in the arm, so really there's nothing for it to ground out on. So you really don't need to cover it. I did. It's just me, but really don't need to. Didn't take long, but I've gone through 17, 18 Traxxas motors before looking up and finding out that these motors are the way to go up until Micro Motor Warehouse finishes theirs, because I'd rather have a coreless motor. Because when I tested them out on here, I mean, they just have a certain hum to it. It wasn't as quiet as the Alias motors, but it let you know that it had some power. Well, you can see the flight time is quite good. I'm going to get back to the car because I'm probably getting to the point where it's going to start beeping, as long as I don't fall on my ass. Let's see where we're at. We're at 8 minutes and 3 seconds at this point. And then I'm going to test the, here we go. Every time. All right. 8 minutes, say 20 seconds. Let me unplug this here. Alright, let's check temp. Temp of the motor, 90 degrees, 83, 86, 89. So that's pretty much about it, and hope you enjoyed the video, and peace out.